So, in this video, I'm going to be doing a tutorial. It's going to be another command tutorial, and it's about the /scoreboard command. So, the /scoreboard command, that's how you spell scoreboard.
Wrong.
It's just /scoreboard, and then here are all the other tags that you can put all with it. I'm going to be going through probably most, maybe all of these. You know what, I'm gonna go through every single one of these so that you guys can understand how to use the entirety of /scoreboard in systems and by itself. So, what you want to start off with is /scoreboard objectives, and then here is when you put add list remove display or set display. So add obviously lets you add an objective. List shows all of the
Chill.
List shows all of the objectives. Remove removes the objective that you pick, and set display, we'll get onto that later. So add, and now this is where you can put a name. Now I suggest this is where you just make it easy for yourself, because this is the code name. And what I mean by that is when you're in a command block, or if you're doing commands and you're trying to find the right scoreboard, this is what the scoreboard name will be in code. And then after, I'll just do money dis for money display. And then after that, you want to put dummy. And that is just for the fact that if you just put scoreboard objectives add and then the name, it won't do anything. You need to actually put a name for it and then dummy. If you don't put dummy, it won't work, and dummy is the only one that we have, at least right now. Hopefully we get way more in the future, maybe all or most of the ones on Java. And if we do, I will make more tutorials on that updated version. But we need dummy here. You can end it right here and just press enter and be done with it. But if you set it on a display, then it'll just show money dis how it looks like that. So then you could do a space, and then this is where you can set the custom name. I'm just going to do section symbol L for bold, section symbol A for lime, and money. Manui. So money like that. So now that is the simple part of it. I'm going to be getting on to displays. So you can do scoreboard objectives, set display, sidebar, list, and below name. I will explain all these. So below name, as it states, is below your name. So what that means is actually when you go up to someone and they have the scoreboard objective, like if they are on the objective and it's set to set display below name, then it will show what their score is below their gamer tag, but still above their head. So it'll basically be connected to their gamer tag, and I'll show you guys a use for that at some point. But basically it's an easy way to show who's who, and you can do this for like admins, for the owner, to make it so only them, like only they have it, and then it shows it above their heads. So a use for that is you actually know who's who, but the problem is if you want to have it, let's say you're on, I don't know, a kit PvP server, and you want to have either ranks, or you want to make it say like, oh, this guy's staff, this guy's helper, this guy's moderator, this guy's owner. If you want to do that, you can't have them all at the same time. You can only have one below name objective at a time. And the problem with that is you're going to need a system, which the systems aren't really that hard. You just need a system to kind of change through them. I suggest making it a system that gives them a few seconds with it under their name, maybe like 2-3 seconds, and then it switches. But with that, it removes it from everybody that of course isn't on the objective, and then it adds it to the people that are on the objective. So if you're next to an admin and the owner, and you have the admin on the admin objective and the owner on the owner objective, then if you put it on admin, it will show admin under the admin's name. You can also put it under the owner because he's technically an admin as well. He's just above them. So after that, when it switches to owner, it will actually say owner under the owner's head, and it will remove admin under any of the other admin's heads. So that's really all of below name, and I'll show you guys how to make a little system for changing through that. List. This one is useful for people that have a smaller safe zone. I'll do set display list money dis, and what that does, obviously there's nothing on my screen. There's nothing on my screen. Obviously I can't see it above my head because it's above my gamer, it's next to my gamer tag, and you can't see your own gamer tag. But scoreboard, like the set display list, is actually when you go into the pause menu, and then it's right there in the top right. I don't have any score because I didn't add any, but that's where it would be. And I'm just gonna remove that. So next is scoreboard objectives, set display sidebar. This one is the most useful out of all of them. And you do scoreboard objectives, set display sidebar, and then your objective name. Mine is money dis. And this you don't have to do. So ascending means the scores. It basically means if I have that there, obviously there's no one there, I didn't have anybody there, or add anybody yet. But what that means is if I have like 2 or 3 people on it, ascending means it goes from bottom to top going up. So the person at the bottom, let's say has 1, the person at the top, let's say has like 5. But descending is the opposite. So the person at the top has 1, the person at the bottom has 5, you know? So you don't have to do ascending, descending, but you can if you want to reverse it. It's just, there's not much point in it. Maybe if you want to have the sidebar cleaner, you know, on servers there's the sidebar, and it says like the server name and all that. It has all the info there, and then next to it, it has red numbers. So to add stuff underneath the scoreboard, you do scoreboard players add. We'll get onto the rest of those in a minute. And then here you can actually put a real player name or a fake player name. Now, how you do a fake player name is you do quotes, and then here's where you can put the fake player name. I typically do online with bold, like that, and then sometimes do like 2 spaces or some spaces and a colon there. So that just gives it room next to the number next to it. But I'm just going to be adding my own name here. So Zappiani right there. Now I do money dis, and you can't just leave it like that. You have to have a number after it. And I'm just going to do 0 for right now, and that's what it looks like. So, of course, people with longer names will extend the objective out. So now I can obviously I could do it more times, like 3, it'll add 3. I do it again, it's now 6, now 9, and now I'm going to do list now, players list, that, nope, that didn't do anything. I've actually never used list on scoreboard objective, so that doesn't seem like it actually does anything. Now I'll do operation last. I'll do set. Set is an easy one. So set Zappiani money dis to 1. As you can see, it puts it at 1. It doesn't remove it or add to it. It puts it at 1. So I could do that. No. I'm on list. Okay. I'll set it to 0. So now it's at 0. And now I'm going to do reset. So with reset, a lot of people have misconceptions about scoreboards. Now, some people don't know how to do them, or some people just don't understand some things about them on how to make stuff easier. And one problem with that is if you have an entire scoreboard system like a money system, which I could show you guys in this video or part 2, that's more advanced. In systems, typically you have a command block that constantly adds every single person in the game to the scoreboard. And if you do reset, then it removes me. But if I have that command block, it adds me back. So basically, if you do remove and you're not telling anybody about it, it could actually mess a lot of stuff up. Because if you're doing remove and another person's doing reset, and if he resets it first, obviously you get added back because of the command block. But if he removes it, like let's say you have $150. One admin understands scoreboard, one of them doesn't, and just got taught how to do the basics about it. If the first admin resets them, they're already at 0 and added back to the objective automatically. And then the other admin removes 150, then they'll go $150 in debt, aka negative $150. So that's one problem. And if you're trying to fix someone's money to 0, you can either do set 0 or reset, and tell, like, if other people you think are trying to do it, or if they find it a problem as well, just say, hey, I'm doing reset, or hey, I'll fix it, or whatever you want to say. You could do reset or set. Don't ever do remove unless you want to remove maybe like $5 from someone that has like $20 or something, you know. So you never want to do remove if you're trying to put them down to 0. Always do reset or set. Now, if you don't have a command block that automatically does it, do set. If you do, you could just do reset. It's easier. So I'm going to do random. Or I'll do test before that. So test is a way to see if they have a certain amount of money or a certain level on the objective. So scoreboard players test, and then the name. You could do any of the other selectors, AEPRS. And then your objective name, money dis. So right here, that's not the only option you can do. Basically what this means is that's an asterisk. And what that means is infinite. So if I do test if I have a certain amount of money of, let's say, a minimum of 1, or I'll do a minimum of 5, and then a maximum of asterisk. Now, one thing many people get wrong is they typically put something like that, or like maybe 1 million, or 10 million, something like that. Now, that does have a limit. If they have more money than that, then it won't detect. So you do asterisk, and that goes up to 2,147,000,000, the max number, the biggest number of the scoreboard objective. So it removes all the time of doing 20,000 nines, and then all you do is just put the asterisk, which is Shift 8 on keyboard, or on controller you could just find it by pressing LT, and then it'll be pretty much so. That just tests if I have $5. So as you can see, right there, 2,147,483,647. That is the max number that you can have. So if I do /scoreboard players add Zapiani money dis 5, and then I do it again, it doesn't give me the error because I actually have the set amount. So scoreboard players set and 0. So now I'm going to get on to the cool part about scoreboards, the animations. So you're gonna need a little area. This isn't the entire area you need. You need a big area, but not like 100 by 100. Maybe like I don't know, 10 by 10 might be a good size. These are all the things that you're going to need. Now, you don't need 64 command blocks. That's just for me. So, you need command blocks. Repeaters are optional, but I'm going to take them anyways. And now these are the things that you really do need. 2 pistons, 2 hoppers, 2 comparators, 1 redstone torch, 1 block of redstone, 2 redstone dust. And then blocks of your choice. I suggest getting 64 so you can test timings. So, first thing you're going to do, you place down a block or another hopper. Now you put a hopper on the side of that, so it's facing into the block. You break the block, crouch, and then place another hopper into that hopper. Now they are going into each other. So if you put an item inside here, they will switch in between them. Now what you do is comparator, block, redstone dust. Same thing on the other side. Comparator, block, redstone dust. Now you get your piston, and you can crouch click on top of the comparator when you're on the ground so that it doesn't face straight up, so that it gets on top. Same thing for the other side. So it looks something like this. Now you want to place your block of redstone. So this is an etho hopper clock. So if I put, typically what I do is around 11 to 12 items, and that's around 4 seconds or so. I'll just do 12 items for now. So as you can see, it switches through them over time. So this one goes up, and then this one goes up, and it just switches. So now, what you want to do is pick a side, and I'm just going to be on this side. Or I'll be on this side so I have more room. So you place your redstone torch. It doesn't have to be right there, it could be on any of the sides of the block. You place your redstone torch, and as you can see, every time it pretty much switches the second time, it turns on the redstone torch for a second, like that. And that gives you enough time to have a command block activate. So I'm gonna keep that there actually, but I'm going to remove that and remove that. So now is the fun part. Because my objective is called money, that is 5 characters. So I'm going to get maybe 6 or 7 command blocks. I'm just gonna put a few down. I don't really care how many there are. So, the optional part about the repeater is actually redstone torch, and then the repeater is just a way to help out with this block right here and the redstone torch, so that if your command blocks were over there or something, you could just do something like that or something like that. So it's just an optional way to fix some things. But now we need to add all the objectives for the animation. So how you do that is you want to pick colors for your animation. Mine is lime green, so I'm actually going to do a simple animation for right now, and then I'm going to do an advanced animation, which looks cooler, and it's a little bit more complex, especially if you don't know that many commands, or if you're not that efficient, or if you have a controller. But if you have a keyboard and mouse, and you know commands, or if you don't, you're fine, but this will teach you. If you have a keyboard and mouse at least, then this will be super easy. So scoreboard, objectives, add. Now this is typically where you want to find another name. I'll just do color, and then 1. Dummy. So now this is the name of the animation, or like what it's going to show. I'm going to do the simple animation for right now. So bold, section symbol L, bold, section symbol I'll do gold or G. And I'm going to do M. And now I'm going to do section symbol A for lime for the rest of my name. So it looks something like that, where only the M is gold. That's all the section symbols. Section symbol L, section symbol G for bold gold, and then M. And then section symbol A, honey, for the rest of money. Download honey. So now, enter. Nothing happened, obviously, but the scoreboard is still there. So we do the same thing, but the first thing you want to do so you don't mess up is change the name of the objective. I'm going to do color 2, and I'm going to change this section symbol right here to an A for lime, and then change this other one to a G for gold. Now I'm going to add a fourth one right here and make it A. So now only the O is gold. And those are all the section symbols. Section symbol L, section symbol A, M, and then section symbol G, O, section symbol A, N-E-Y. Enter. Now I'm going to do it again. So change it to color 3. Now I'm going to remove these section symbols, change this one to a G, and add one as an A. Section symbol L, section symbol A, M-O, section symbol G, N, section symbol A, E-Y as color 3 objective. Now I'm going to do it again. Color 4. I'm going to remove these that section symbol and the letter. I'm going to change this one to a G, and going to add one right here as an A. So now color 4, section symbol L, section symbol A, M-O-N, section symbol G, E, section symbol A, Y. Now it looks like that. Mun, gold E, Y. Now last one, I'm going to do color 5, dummy, and then this, I'm going to just remove that one and change this last one. So now color 5, section symbol L, section symbol A, M-O-N-E, section symbol G, Y. So now it looks like that. Enter. So I have 5 new objectives. So I need 6 command blocks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The reason for that is because you need the 5 animation ones, or however many there are, which I suggest having a name of your scoreboard 10 letters / characters or under. Characters means letters, spaces, dots, everything else in that little spot, sentence, whatever. So I need 5 of these because there's 5 letters and I put all the animation letters. And then the last one to set it back to the original. So what you're going to do in this first command block, open it up big. It's going to be impulse unconditional needs redstone. You can turn on output if you want. So the command that you're going to type in is actually scoreboard objectives set display sidebar and then the name of your objective. Mine is color 1. So that is basically the entire what it looks like. And then you want to go into the second command block. Chain always active. Every single chain command block has to be always active. So scoreboard objectives set display sidebar color 2 for me. So now if you have a keyboard and mouse, this is where you can copy the command block and add it to the rest. So if you do have a keyboard and mouse, you hold left control and click down on your pick block button. Mine is MMB, middle mouse button. And then you want to remove all these other command blocks, if you already have them there, and place them all back, but with ease. And what that does is copies the same exact command in each one. I'm going to go in this third one, and then just click right here, delete 3. Not delete, backspace 3. I'm going to go in this one, backspace 4, backspace 5, and now this one, I just remove all of this and do money dis for money display. So, if you just leave it like this, this is what it will do. It doesn't go through the animation. And that is only because you did not add a delay in ticks. So, for this small animation, I'm just going to do 5 for each one of these. Up, 5. So, now it goes through the animation. So, as you can see, it went through every single letter. And as you can see, every single time it actually removes or changes through the animation, it removes my name. This is where the advanced part comes in. I'm going to be doing the advanced commands and advanced animation, advanced everything in part 2 of this scoreboard objective video. So, if you liked this video and you want me to release that second video, then hit the like button, subscribe, and I am very, very, very pleased with 300 subscribers. Now, when I started the YouTube channel, I did not expect to even have maybe 5. I just started it because I randomly recorded a Roblox clip. So, now, having 312, 313 subscribers, it's actually mind-blowing to me because I have many friends that like me as a friend, play with me all the time, and they're close-up friends, they're real nice. And then there's others, I just have to end it there, and you know, some of them help me, some of them don't, some of them are nice, some of them aren't. You know, it's just a way of life. So, to see that I'm actually at 313 subscribers, it is pretty changing actually, because I used to only maybe have like 70, 80 subscribers, and then that was when I was like, man, no one really knows about me. I don't really know if my channel's gonna get far. Now I'm at 300 subscribers, and I still want to keep going. Now, I haven't uploaded it in months, and I'm sorry for that. I've just had so much going on. I've had so much stuff changing, and it's just been a little bit hard. So, I'm going to have this video up. I'm going to post that advanced video with the cooler commands and the rest of this animation to keep all of the names and stuff on it. And I'm going to post that video. If this video gets 3 likes, I'll release that video with all the advanced commands of /scoreboard so that you can make a really, really, really cool money system. And I will teach you guys as well in that video how to go through the money system. So that has been all. Like the video, get 3 likes on the video, and I will release the advanced scoreboard command video. And if you subscribe, then you'll have good luck for 69.420 years. And that's it. Comment if you want me to do any other commands, at least if they are in the game, in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. So, this is Zampieni, And I'm signing.
Bruh, chill.
FBI, open up!
Wrong.